Yeah, got you.
Okay, so we've got Kasumi versus CKR for IYL about to start.
But you gotta introduce us first. Your guests.
Yeah.
In the
Yo,
home.
who's
that
Static?
is-
Valued guest.
I
High
think that
value
was
guess.
Deese's, but his usually goes away pretty quick.
It should go away once I start talking. It just picks up my background noise when I haven't muted a long time.
Okay, so we've got CKR Oni versus Kasumi Geiger. Not that anyone expected differently out of Kasumi.
Yeah.
CKR
both these players-
Oni. Okay.
Yeah, both of these players need to win to stay alive. They're both sitting at 5 and 4. Kasumi has a 3-point difference at +3. CKR is even. 18 points for Kasumi and 17 for CKR. The people ahead of them, Three-Headed Monkey, who has 5 losses, who probably isn't in. Atilian, who is 6 and 4. Low Tier Hero, who is 7 and 3. And they're chasing Bob, Bomber, and Cloud, Cuckoo Country. Bomber's finished his matches in his 8 and 3.
Okay.
CCC Bomber is to determine who gets first, basically. First and second, since they have the tiebreak over Bomb.
Kasumi showing who's boss here with first turn King and second turn Jack. Kasumi plays like this very... Remember that Gears Out
Yeah.
guide to Geiger that was posted kind of in jest, but kind of not? That's like the essence of Kasumi Geiger, I think. It's very fun to watch.
Kasumi is a very aggressive Geiger. I think we've probably talked about Geigers before on an off call, but hers is probably my favorite Geiger. I'm not a fan of the character in general, but Kasumi's Geiger is pretty
It's a
good.
fun Geiger to watch, I think.
Yeah, it's a very fun Geiger to watch.
It's maybe not the most effective way to play Geiger, but it's a fun Geiger to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. So has CKR just not been playing Setsuki? Because I know that was his linchpin for a little while, and then he had been playing Zane.
I was grooming CKR to be the next big Setsuki, but then I don't know. It just felt like he didn't take off with the character.
I think I know I spoke to him a few times, and he had a lot of frustration with Setsuki or with Chalk, and
Yeah.
kind of called him off of that, which is understandable. That matchup's very annoying.
Oh,
That hurts.
10 to the
Yeah,
face.
that's
20.
that's 20 right there.
20 and life lead. But yeah, I thought CKR would play Zane against Geiger.
He took the Zane too. Yeah, I thought he was also going to kind of be one of the next bigger.
The next big Zane player. That's what I thought after he dropped Setsuki.
Yeah, but I know
But
he's been POing a lot more than anything else.
I think he's just been struggling like emotionally in tournaments. I think that's why we haven't really been seeing him. He's been putting in like a ton of work in like TOing. So I don't think he signed up for anything besides IYL. So we haven't really seen too much of him this year. But in the past, I think CKR kind of had a mental-ish problem that he's maybe trying to get over. I'm not sure yet because I haven't seen him play in a while.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I don't know, maybe we'll see more of CKR after he stops TOing everything.
Yeah,
So,
because-
by everything I mean IYL, because that's a lot
Yeah.
of work.
Who's going to be TOing IYL after? Is it going to be Leontes, I guess?
Leontes and
I know
Bomber,
he-
I know, are both going to be working on it, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Leontes and Bammer.
Bomber,
I think-
Bammer's pretty big on the TO scene.
Kasumi face downs the Jack, okay.
I know that she does that to get them in to power her 8s. She's a very big fan of the 8
Of,
ability.
Research and
Yeah,
development.
R&D. Yep. So that's
It
not
really helps your offense.
And I actually think that Jay is like valuable against Oni, but not super valuable.
It's not as necessary
Ooh.
as like in a lot of different matchups.
Yeah, I actually
I-
like Q a lot versus Onimaru.
Yeah,
Oh.
speed doesn't matter too much because you're either beating 10s or losing to final authorities and aces, right?
Yeah.
So
And I mean,
Queen-
it trades with J and beats K.
It
Yeah.
also, however, trades with Oni attacking with a 3.
Yeah, and the
Which
rare-
CKR did represent really early.
Yeah,
he played one
CKR
into a
represented
block.
that right away.
Yep.
Which made sense because letting Geiger use Qs instead of...
Oh no.
That was a very distinct sort of read, but CKR got a lot of mileage off of that. Is that another
Yeah.
fat 10 out? Yep.
Yeah, another 20.
Damage.
And that life lead's looking a lot bigger now.
Yeah.
CKR is down to a 4-card hand.
Yeah, but as Oni, it's not too difficult to build. I guess it's harder versus Geiger because he obviously has the time spirals, but
Yeah. Second R&D, that is a
That's
4 card.
four card R&D now.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
I think
suppose-
it's...
Go ahead.
No, no.
I was gonna say
I-
things.
I think it's more relevant that Oni's on a low card hand because, based on an earlier play, playing a king will knock down. That indicates that one of those cards is a final authority, which makes sense. But being on a lower hand means CKR has to do funny things to maintain the ability to use final authority.
No, I think it's Kasumi. If I was playing any other Geiger, I would expect Geiger to block here. But I don't think Kasumi is blocking. I don't know. She's blocked once all game.
Just as an aside, I probably should have had people say this immediately, but for people who are voices in this call, they're not always here. I'm just going to have them do that. So, in order, CPAT,
Hello, this is CPAT.
Malorian Thug. Is he here?
He's doing other things.
Okay.
Give him a moment.
Fra Rolo.
That would be me.
Yeah, okay. And Wampa and Deets, we have both heard in other videos as has Jew, so I'm not too worried about those two.
Hello.
Yep.
What we missed there was what CKR just hit a 7. 7th throw off the 2 dodge. Interesting Kasumi dodge. They're expecting the final authority, but didn't come through.
I was actually going to say something about Kasumi could just dodge because it's pretty safe because it requires CKR to put a throw out there.
Oh, that's gotta hurt.
For the record,
Sorry,
no, go ahead.
I was just gonna say CKR should probably pump once. Decides not to pump at all, which is fine. Seeing that Kasumi was willing to put a bluff down, but that's all I'd say really.
Yeah. Mal is just kind of listening in the call. He's not actually actively participating.
Oh,
for the
yeah, I
record.
see. In the chat.
So it looks like it's just, I think, the
4.
6 of us.
There's 5 of us. 6 of us. I forgot myself.
Yeah.
Math is hard.
The most important of them all.
The bull
okay.
can throw.
Yeah, the
Oh,
10th
that
the 10th
has
throw out
to
of
be
nowhere,
just- Yeah.
and then yep.
No. Yeah.
That's game 1. I thought that was pretty convincing. CKR I think won most of the combats. I'd say.
Yeah. He had pretty good control. I would like to see, or I would have liked to see Kasumi maybe block a little bit more.
I
since
want to see her
he's-
be more defensive early, which I don't think we are gonna see, but something I would like to see.
Yeah. I mean, if she's not going to be defensive early, I would like to see Jax come out more than anything. Like Jax normals, force out that 5, or like Q, so you can get that damage.
Yeah,
early.
I would like to. I would like to see Q, like a nice like Q and like 6 king or something would be nice from her.
Yeah.
Okay, that's like a okay result.
Yeah, she gets the draw. The thing that I'm a little worried about with this is Onimaru blocks. There was some discussion that his blocks weren't very strong, but I kind of disagree with that.
I disagree with that. I think his
Yeah.
blocks are very strong.
Yeah,
Onimaru drawing all of his 9s is very strong.
yeah.
And Onimaru being able to dodge into 20 at any time is also pretty good for that minimal cost of 3 cards.
Yep, that's also pretty strong. But Kasumi lands the J, so this should be throw.
It's 7 throw, which says a lot about her hand, maybe. It could be value trap. I don't know if Kasumi's
It could
one
be
to
a
like
value
value
trap.
trap.
If I was Kasumi and like my 9 block is one of the few that I have, I probably would use the 7 there.
Not
Goes
fighting.
to the
Okay,
dodge
so-
afterwards.
She's not gonna press that button. The dodge is interesting though.
She didn't want to
CKR has represented a lot of final
I feel like
story backed
Geiger-
faces.
Yeah, I feel like Geiger should probably not dodge that much in this matchup. Maybe later in the game. Other things I think you can probably be willing to block.
Good block.
Yep, like that 10 block, pretty good.
Yeah.
blocking is-
I feel like if Kasumi blocks just enough, she'll be like a really good spot. I think if she blocks like once or twice more, she'll be good to go
Yeah.
for like the next like 10 or so combats. She doesn't even need to. She's at 9 cards right now because she gets she got a couple normal draws in.
Yep. If she didn't dodge with the 2, she would have been same life total. Second dodge, beating the single ace. CKR just gonna let that rock? Yeah.
Probably just into a throw. I throw maybe ace, but it's a suplex of science.
Huh.
Okay,
That is a thing you can do, I guess.
it is. What does that say about Geiger's hand?
Yeah.
No throws? No throws
Pretty
except
much.
for that 10 that she
That's
just
a-
blocked with?
Really
Right?
with-
Wait.
Yeah. Mm.
That tells me that she's afraid of guard
low
crush.
blocks.
That tells me
There's
that she's afraid of guard crush, yeah.
yeah. So I mean, she probably has low blocks for sure. Good.
Good flash kick here.
I think
Sorry,
I might
flash
have gotten
kick.
back to blocking, and I would have gotten my block thrown. Blown
yeah.
up by CKR in that situation. So that was a good value read.
As Kasumi, do you try to stick something out here, or do I just go back to the 10 block?
10 block, maybe Q.
Oh, okay.
There it is.
The Q.
Q.
That's a button that she needs to be pressing a lot more. I feel like she just didn't draw any early game, or last game, which is why she didn't play him.
Just lets it ride.
Just let her rock. That's alright, I guess.
Yeah, that's pretty solid. I mean, maybe you could
Okay.
do like Q5-6, Q6, but she wants to maintain her hand size too. So
Yeah. I think Q and 10 nothing is fine
It
there.
could have been maybe better to, like, less safe, obviously, but throwing a normal out there while you had the knockdown and a normal attack could beat a block.
I think CKR represented the third 10. But I think CKR represented Gen Arm first game
He did.
when he was knocked down, so I think Kasumi might be a little scared to just toss a 5 out there, for example.
yeah.
I think it's something she needs to do, maybe, which would be nice, because that way she can get like the normal draw if it hits, obviously, or if it gets blocked, she gets the normal draw. And even if she has a like Gen Arm, it's not like a big deal. It's only 15. But that card draw is so nice for Geiger.
Any thoughts on that, Deets?
On what?
On what was I gonna say? Sticking out on normal when CKR's knocked down instead of going for that queen.
I think it's okay, but we haven't seen any face cards, so I mean, we could see a Q, but I think that's probably the worst we would see coming out of it. I think it'd be an okay plan.
Yeah, we had seen. Ooh.
Oh.
So CKR's right back into it with a life lead again.
Yeah.
We had seen single ace come out as a button twice in a row, actually, and that's pretty solid, I think, against Geiger.
Mhm.
But she's going to get a 3 card, I want to say.
Yeah,
3 card
RP.
RP.
Because she just faced down the ace.
Yep.
It was interesting because maybe she could have fetched another ace with it. But 3-card R&D's not terrible. I mean, it's alright.
Yeah, not at all.
Let's see if Kasumi decides to push a button here. She's down on life for the first time in the game, I believe.
Yep.
But it's not... Oh, wow, she goes straight into the...
She still has that 10 block at the very end. I mean,
Yeah.
she's not really going to get crushed that much. And
There's
I
only
think
110 left. So that 10 block's very, very safe. 36 cards left, 110. I'd take those odds.
Yeah, I would probably 10 block. Actually, yeah, I would 10 block.
Especially because CKR represented 7th throw on this turn last time. At 10 block here, I think it's very safe. If you get thrown, it's not the end of the world. I just feel like the payoff of that is really good. Yeah, this is going to get final authority
Yep.
for sure.
Yeah.
So it's 10 knockdown. Onimaru gets a setup, but it's not a huge deal.
Yep,
What-
there it is.
what does that mean?
Kita. Kita is it's here or it's there.
Ah.
So she's kind of kicking herself for the play that probably was obvious in retrospect.
Yeah. 2-card R&D here. I don't really agree with that. Don't think you need to R&D, especially because you saw one. You saw the first card, right? You saw one of the 2 cards in that R&D, so I don't agree with that at all. Goes for the wake-up grab, gets a 5 for troubles, which is not the worst result, but obviously...
Yeah, I don't like that too much. I feel like CKR was going to press a normal button.
I thought CKR was just going to press an attack. I'm not sure if it was going to be a normal, but yeah, I agree with you.
I felt it was going to be a normal because an enticing thing as an Onimaru player is when a character is knocked down, not only do you have the guard crush theoretically, you still have the normal kind of even versus odd block mix up.
Yeah.
So it's another layer of things that you have to worry about when you get knocked down.
5
Good
in
up.
particular was pretty smart there since a known 10 was in hand.
Yeah, I like
Not
that.
to mention General's armor.
5, 6, 7 for the ace, maybe.
5, 6 king. Goes for a
5,
setup.
6.
Gets similar life totals. Especially because CKR just spent a 5. He only spent 1 though, so he could have a second. I want to see who Kasumi goes here. Goes for here. I would like to see her maybe just block. But
Feel like she's gonna press a button in my gut because she
Yeah, exactly.
She
I
so
feel like
far
she-
hasn't.
I feel like she's gonna press a button because she's pressed a button. I think every single time that CKR's been knocked down. I can't remember a combat where it's been dodged or anything.
I would like to see her block.
Yep.
Jay. Okay, that's not
That's
bad.
fine.
You get a second knockdown.
Yeah, a second knockdown, and maybe 4 cards is enough to have like the final remaining damage. Oh no. This is free 2 cards here for CKR, and he needs them.
Yeah.
Maybe even like a second final authority becomes a threat now. At an 8-card hand.
I could agree with that. You still have DPs, which Geiger has to respect. I think throw is a very... I don't know, it's hard. I haven't seen CKR really put in this position. He threw out of
Yeah.
one before, he attacked out of another one. DP, good block.
Good block. It's exactly what Kasumi needed here. I think that CKR is a little bit thrown off by how little Kasumi blocks. That when the block comes out, CKR is really surprised by it,
Yeah.
and it makes her blocks that much more effective. Because when she does it, it's very likely to hit because she just doesn't do it very often.
Yeah. Now this is still pretty tricky. CKR can represent throw here pretty solidly. 8 throw in particular, because I feel like Kasumi has been pretty liberal with her usage of the 8 ability.
Oh wow! Just goes for the
Yes,
final
you.
authority. I can respect that. Kasumi did dodge first game.
Yeah. I can respect it, but I don't like it that much because I still feel like CKR is relatively incentivized to attack here a lot.
Oh yeah, I was talking about CKR's play. I was like really good, or like pretty good. I'm not a huge fan of the throw there. Because yeah, exactly what you said. CKR is like really incentivized to push a button there, and his buttons are really good, much better than Geiger's.
Yeah, it's very ambitious.
Oh, here comes 20. Unless Kasumi has the face down.
J
As
plus.
CKR, you kind of have to go for it here, I think.
Yeah.
Especially because Kasumi's been bluffing so much, you kind of have to go for it, I think. 18, yeah, not 20.
Okay.
And it is the Joker, but
It needed to be the Joker.
yeah.
It's one of those, it's kind of hard not to play into that, because if it's a bluff, that's like mentally guard crushing.
Especially because Kasumi's been doing nothing but bluffing with like jacks and aces, no less. Oh, okay.
Suplex of science. Okay, so she should get a pretty good confirm off of this.
Maybe just 4 queen jack. Okay, that's good damage. 23.
Very healthy
It's-
damage.
It's hard to say. I think Onimaru might have a final authority left, although he's been dodging a lot as of late, which tells you that he sort of doesn't have that final authority.
Yeah.
He's already burned through 5 face cards, so that's
Right.
not quite half of
And
it.
he's dodged again. So this,
Still dodging.
yeah, these like 3 or 4 dodges consecutively just tells me that he doesn't have a final authority. He probably doesn't have a face because he played the queen into the 9 throw, but
Doesn't have-
Go ahead.
No, he doesn't have a face, or he doesn't have like the 9
suit.
and the other right
Yeah, a
suit
suit.
to go with his
Yeah.
face.
Yeah, and he's played 3 DPs this game so far. He's
He-
2 Ks in the scratch.
Yeah, he
No
keeps
J's showed
using Q's with final authority backup instead of like J's with final authority backup.
Oh, that was good.
There's the single ace. Good dodge. by-
Could be game. You know, no face down really, and
Yeah, well-
not game yet.
Yeah, the only thing that it would have been game for is Flash Gear.
King.
He only had
Science.
one.
Suplex
No.
of Science
Kasumi's
would have been lethal.
4s are on discard.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
I was actually really hoping for the suplex of science.
That would have been sick. That would have been. Yeah, it was only the king really, which there was only 1 left, or like a silent ace. Gets the final authority here,
Yeah.
which is nice. Oh, or not.
Or not.
Okay. Well then that
Didn't have
well then that ace was checkmate then. So
Yeah.
you might as well
Okay,
just chuck
so
that.
that was a good turnaround by Kasumi.
Yeah. I think
Very
she.
nerve-wracking.
I think the few blocks that she had were very effective.
Yeah.
That was the difference between this game and the last one. She had like a couple like really good blocks on really key turns that shifted the tides in her favor. So hopefully she can do that and
Yeah,
maybe
one of
flip
the-
set.
Yeah, one of the things that I do like about Kasumi's Geiger is that she is very active with her buttons, so it makes it really there it is again. So it makes it really uncomfortable to throw her. I
Yeah.
remember we were playing a quick match set of Sets versus Geiger, and it went down to like the last turn. I had 7 life. I'd gone into Speed of the Fox with the knockdown. I went and 7 through, and she just 7'd me in the face to kill me.
Yeah.
And I was really impressed by that. She was very willing to touch that button.
Yeah, and that's what makes her blocks that much more deadly, I think. And what happened there? I completely missed that combat.
We got an ace attach.
Yeah, ace
Okay.
attached against a 7 throw.
Okay.
I will say that I think Kasumi is maybe a little bit too willing to test the throw button against CKR.
Mhm.
But it's hard to really make that call.
Yeah, especially because CKR's been blocking a lot early. See another one here.
Yeah,
I
good-
thought it was a fine button to press at the time. I didn't see anything wrong with it. Like if you get hit, you get hit. But it's a good button to try. It's a good button to try to say like, hey, I have this and I will throw you early.
Yeah.
I personally saw nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. It just doesn't seem to be working out for her so far this set in terms of throw game. I mean, she's gotten some suplexes, though. Double dodge.
Yeah,
CKR maybe fishing for that 20 with
It's- yeah. I don't think it's that she's been doing a bad job of throwing. She's just like not. It just looks that way because she's not hitting them. I think she's throwing like a fine amount, like an accurate, like a respectable amount. It's just that they're not hitting at this point in time, which is just variance, I guess.
Well, I mean, it is
Oh,
typically
oh.
kind of. Throwing Oni is never easy because Oni has such strong attacks.
And also fast throws.
Yeah,
That
so
too.
fast throws. On top of that as well. That's a pretty okay burst, I think.
I like that burst. I don't like that follow up from CKR.
I don't like bursting Oni's guard crushes because I would much rather have that to Joker 20 if I swing into a block or into a dodge.
I kind of agree with that as well.
I mean, if you really need the cards, then I'd say it's fine. But
Yeah. In this game state, I think it's pretty fine because CKR, good dodge. CKR already has a ace attached, so the dodge is still going to net him 15.
right.
So I think in that case, it's probably fine.
But 15 or 35 though. Like,
Yeah, exactly. That's true.
I mean,
Oh. Kasumi getting a little scared here.
Yeah, CKR's success rate with the 10 has been real nice. I want to say
It's been like 4 out of 5, maybe 5 out of 6.
Yeah,
He
something-
met,
Oh no,
he
he missed 2 first game, but I don't
Yeah.
think he's missed any since then.
Yeah. Hopefully this doesn't really stop her from trying to block.
Yeah, because I think now is a really good time for CKR to maybe try to push with face guard.
Yeah.
Obviously, it seems very telegraphed and very obvious, but it's nonetheless still a very good button that
I
Kasumi has to
think
respect.
oh.
Oh.
not the turn.
Yeah, CKR also can touch the throw. I don't like that face down. CKR,
I don't like that face
that's fine, I guess. CKR can also start touching the throw button with this life lead as well. And it's almost entirely because the ace is attached that he can kind of milking the throw now if he wants. Unfortunately, so
Yeah,
far,
no,
Kasumi does not
that
seem
face
to
down's
be
alright, but
particularly
you're gonna
successful
fold.
with it. Yeah, the 4 is fine, but the success rate on her 4s this set have not been the best.
Hey,
But she dodges.
marital
Dodge
loss.
Not getting married today.
Very nice. No face down, which means, yeah, just go for the throw or get the knockdown. Knockdown setup. Let's see what it is. Maybe CKR has the balls to throw here.
Yeah.
I
Kasumi
It's tough.
really needs to block. Her hand's way too small to get a good convert off of even off of temporal distortion.
yeah.
At this
100%
point, I
agree.
kind of expect the face, considering we haven't seen any. And there's probably a final authority in his hand workable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
mean, I
it's also
think
really
we can see
hard.
Yeah. I think we could see a face, but throw was the other main button that I thought would probably come out on that turn.
I would
as
have
well.
loved to see CKR throw there, but it's just so scary when Kasumi's just been throwing limbs out just willy nilly when Orimar was knocked down all the time.
Yeah.
I
she-
thought. Yeah, I just thought throw was like the right play, but it was like a really hard play to make.
Oh, there it is.
no.
That's gonna
This is
be
gonna
hard.
hurt.
No.
This is
This might be
This is-
lethal.
Let's see the silence.
let's see it.
Okay,
Oh,
okay.
Oh please!
Oh
no! So close, lethal! Rip!
Ouch!
Oh shit, that's like
41 damage.
Hey Raz, how mad are you with these 3 kings compared to the ones that Deluxe drew earlier today?
Well, you see, Deluxe had them on like turn 2, so not nearly as mad.
Okay.
yeah.
Right.
Mad level severely.
He's mad.
Ooh. Ouch. So Kasumi had one more game to bring this around. Otherwise she's not looking too hot.
Yeah.
Otherwise, she dies in hell, unfortunately.
Yeah. And basically, I'd say the reason she lost that game was because her blocks, unlike the second game, were not on point. That's the
Yeah.
only reason she
Good
lost.
Very good start.
Q into
Hopefully
what
she
though?
uses
Q
her-
into flash kick? That's the only thing I'd see.
Q7J. Oh, that's very healthy.
It's good life lead.
Big damage.
It's good life lead. 110 can match that at
Yeah.
0 card cost.
Yeah.
I
You
could
think
see either
CKR is
some
going to
normal
fish for a
attacks
10?
or some blocking.
I don't think
Yeah.
you fish for the 10 this turn. I think you fish for the 10 next turn.
Yeah, I would like to see a normal attack maybe come
Well,
out
actually,
from
depends.
her here.
It depends. I see normal. I see like a 5 coming out from Kasumi here. dodge. Okay. I guess that's one way to avoid the 10 is dodge.
Yeah, that is. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
Yeah.
We gotta be wary of those 10s. And she can't really block to make her hand. Oh, by the way, for the audience in this video, Armor has now joined the conversation as well. Hello, audience. So that is him speaking.
Oh, there's the dodge.
There's
Oh,
the 10.
Got it.
She finds the 10 with the second dodge.
There's the 10. Dodge into suplex.
Should have
That is-
normal
that
attacked
is
it.
hard,
Put
heavy,
the
but
3
it
on the
works.
table the other way.
Yeah.
That could have
It's.
worked.
I mean. Yeah.
I mean, it was
Oh,
also
the
safe
draw's
against
good.
things like Jay or I don't know.
Yeah.
You wouldn't final authority this early here. Oh.
Probably. Ooh.
Oh no.
I feel like that throw was really ambitious on 4 cards.
Yeah.
On a 4-card hand versus a knockdown Onimaru. No
Yeah.
That
less.
doesn't need to happen.
I feel like that was very too ambitious.
That was a throw that did not need to happen.
Yeah, that
Would've been-
absolutely didn't need to happen.
It would have been 100% better to fail on a mix-up normal.
And this doesn't need to happen either,
Can
to be
she
quite honest.
afford to?
No.
I mean,
Not really.
she's gonna have a 3-card hand when it's done.
She has
For what's
to.
worth.
Okay.
Let's say she should anyway, just so that CKR doesn't get as many cards.
Yeah, exactly. Because now CKR is at +1 cards instead of -1 cards.
Yeah.
So my guess there with that series of events was the suplex of science was her only throw, and then she
Yeah.
queued to stop.
To
a
stuff an 8 or a 10 is what I'm saying. Was what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
What is her hand now? Like 7? Not even 7. What's like a 5-6? I guess that Q was like a multi-purpose solution to stop Guard Crush at 5 then, right?
Yeah.
It's
It's
possible.
not an 8 or we would have seen it come out.
Oh. Yeah, this gives CKR free reign to block to his heart's content.
It
Right.
just means Kasumi needs to back off and block herself. Like,
Yeah.
okay, let's go block. Have you seen my hand? I think I'm going to benefit more from block.
Yeah.
The thing is, she
Yeah.
might not have blocks right now. No,
Oh.
she did.
Nope.
Oh,
Yeah,
what?
fixes.
Why
I don't know why you're powering up though. That is a horrible
Because
idea.
the other card in her hand is an ace, and she'd rather have ace-6.
Yeah, of course. She's trying to get that 20 in now.
Please get the block, Kasumi. Please sit
Yeah.
there, block.
You know, at CKR, I wouldn't even mind getting hit by 20 here.
Yeah, I would probably throw it from Seeker.
I'd 100% throw here. Run into the 20. What's the worst that's gonna happen? He opts the block. I don't agree with that.
Yeah, I don't like that. You can test your luck there. Getting hit by ace eights is pretty whatever.
36 life is more than enough to deal with 2-card Geiger.
Yeah.
Especially with the character that allows you to... Oh no!
That was the ace.
And there goes the ace too. This is looking very good for Kasumi. She's up to 6 cards now.
I was gonna say,
Yeah,
I don't
the,
understand
fall.
why CKR didn't press his
And-
advantage.
And CKR did nothing to stop the 2-card Kasumi, who was throwing out Jays without throw backup.
And there's the 8, and that's going to be huge because that's a 4
a
card.
4-card 8, yeah.
Yep.
So our hand
we'll
is pretty healthy again.
Yeah, we'll probably start seeing the Ks come out. I would like to see Kasumi not press the K offensively. Maybe like try to throw into it, confirm it.
Yeah, because I'm expecting a dodge from CKR this turn, I think.
Yeah. I get
It's-
okay. A dodge from Kasumi. On
Dodge
the
from Kasumi into...
Let it rock, please. Please, let it rock. There's no reason to play into this.
Spence the 10.
Yeah.
Spence the 10.
Is that the same 10? Yeah. Crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not having a 10 block. Well, she could have a
That's
9.
alright. It's alright if you're never going to block again. Right?
Hey, she could have a 9 block. It'd be just as good.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. Let's see if Kasumi pushes a
just
button
as good.
here. I wouldn't be surprised if Kasumi just blocks here, but... Oh, wow.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
oh.
That's not good.
Final. Here comes final.
Final authority.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, that
That's
was,
not at all.
That was a pretty
needed
face-up
those.
authority.
Yeah, I agree.
But on the other hand, blue authority just to get 10 damage. That's
But your
Less-
opponent discards ace. I would take that any day.
very
Goes down to 4 cards and knockdown. I would take it.
Yeah. Only 30 life behind. Like, that's doable. Good block.
I don't know why CKR didn't like 5 poke there. That's where I would like to see the
Hell,
general.
just flip that 3 around and it's not bad. Not great, but not bad.
Yeah, three stops a lot of good things. 3 is like an anti-guard crush move as well. Or 3 is like an anti-guard crush tech.
Yeah, and it even trades with Q.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not great.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe I guess he was expecting a king there,
Awesome.
from Kasumi. Like wake up, flash kick.
I mean, that's not unreasonable. We haven't seen any kings from Kasumi
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah,
And
it's
And
not,
if it's
she has used 8. It has used 8s.
yeah. She said
So
this game, CKR now 2 or 3 times has found himself in like a massive advantage state and has not taken advantage of it. Like has not played his hand well. Kasumi going for a little ace again.
With 6s
Trading
again.
up-
That's all the 6s.
I was about to say, he has traded up 6s twice now.
Yeah, she
Kasumi's
is.
a girl, by the way.
Or, she.
A woman. So let's see if Kasumi can actually hit the ace here. I wouldn't be surprised if I'd like to see her block again. I don't think CKR is going to be pushing a throw or like a 10 this turn.
I could actually kind of see him pushing a throw this turn, or even a 10, because the 10 has a higher payoff than the throw does.
In before 10 throw.
I don't know. It,
There's no way it's gonna be a 10th throw.
There's no way.
This is not
but-
Mystic
there's-
Juicer playing.
10 throws are pretty hyped, though.
they are.
I'd like to see it. I just have a really solid feeling it would work this turn. It would not have, not at all.
It would not have worked. See, like
Kasumi really reaching with.
really reaching. Yeah.
She's just getting super antsy and just pushing buttons.
I don't think she's been above 5 cards since.
No, she
Pretty much
she
since
blocked
it
up. She
started.
blocked herself up to 6.
For one turn, she was at 6 cards.
Yeah. And she started
I-
the game with 7, right?
I think CKR is just not doing
That's
a
true.
good job
That's-
pressing his advantage, but he's doing a very good job not letting Kasumi like actually get back in the game.
Yeah,
Every
that's
time-
no, that's a very good point to make. Like while CKR is not pushing the okay. While
Oh.
he until this turn, while he wasn't pushing the advantage health bar wise, he was
Or should
he was
I still don't understand why you're pushing 10th throw on 4 cards. Like,
That's pretty hypey.
I don't know. She's reaching. She's been reaching all set, to be fair. CKR here. If you have a 10, you play it, right?
Yeah, basically. What's the worst that can happen? You get hit by a jack or something?
You get hit by like 5, 6,
I was
5
about
into
to
Pretty
6,
much.
There's no
5
six
into 6
left.
into question mark.
There's no 6s left.
Okay.
Another 10 to-
So that was a throw that happened. It's a very low value combat win. That maybe could be a little higher value than I initially suspected.
I mean, we're getting closer to lethal, I guess.
Yeah.
Most,
mean-
most definitely.
Just
I-
hit the rest of the flash gears and you win.
Literally can hit the...
This is Kasumi dragging Geiger, kicking and screaming to the finish line here.
Oh,
There we go.
That's
Let's see the
class.
ace.
I've been waiting
There-
for
there are 4
Kasumi
aces to
to
discard, remember?
represent normal attacks. It took so long, but we finally have normal attacks beating the guard crushes.
She did it early. She did it in game 2, I think, the game she won.
CKR really running out of his timer bar.
Yeah, his advantage time is still there, but he's running low on life.
Yeah.
doesn't have that much to play with. Anything could be lethal at this point for Kasumi. I'd say maybe, hopefully we don't see like a panic final authority or a panic martial law.
Marital law, get it
I
right.
would-
Good block on the marriage law.
Geiger's still
Yeah.
not married today.
Okay, still
Keeping
not.
those ring fingers nice and clean.
Clean.
It's
Oh my god, what if King was Flash Ring?
Oh my god.
What?
Oh no, I got kicked out. What happened?
10 throw.
Successful 10 throw.
The third 10th throw?
Third
Oh,
10
no.
throw, second successful 10 throw.
So
Dude,
a
if
6
I had
is lethal. Oh, okay, nope.
if I had a 67% conversion rate on 10 throws, I
Does
played
she
10
not
throws.
have anything to lethal off that? That's unfortunate. Well, she traded up her
She's
second.
probably baiting a burst.
I mean, she has no
It
sixes
would have been
left.
very reasonable for CKR to have a Joker there. He's halfway through his deck. We haven't seen
Oh
it
yeah,
yet.
she does have no 6s left.
She has no sixes left. The only thing the only way she would have lethal is if she had a time spiral, or if she had a king,
7
Or
also.
or
Seven.
7.
Which
Oh.
I think have
She
been
has a lot of
strengthened,
outs,
yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
That's like 50-50, I'd say.
Yeah,
So it's
I mean,
not
it's a little bit strange that she didn't have one, but it's not that strange.
It's not unreasonable. You know, CKR's officially run out of time. Gets the
There's a throw.
There's a start of something big. Pumping.
You have to pump that.
You have to pump, yeah.
I
Even
believe
though you're not,
at a CKR.
But like,
you're not
He's running
getting
out
as
of
much
time.
mileage as like off those
he
cards.
does.
CKR's getting greedy. He wants the max mileage out of his cards.
That's
I guess.
not good when you have 6 life.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that's the first throw we've seen as well, despite the card
this game.
advantage. time
Yeah,
throughout
this game was the
entire
first throw.
Yeah.
Yeah, but 10 attacks are like basically throws. I feel like CKR plays like a final authority here just to see if it hits. It's not unreasonable.
See
Maybe he plays an ace. I don't know. He only has one ace left.
Quad
that's-
K. Calling it. Here
Quad K?
comes Quad K.
I'm gonna bet you 100 gold that Quad K does not come out this turn.
The joke's on you, because I don't have any gold.
Okay, that's
I-
fine. Joke's on you. I
What?
don't have any gold
What's
either.
been
I
happening this set?
You have
Stop it.
There's
no way.
There's been 10 throws.
Oh
and shit.
my god.
good bait.
Who's
Very
Yeah.
good bait.
Geiger
All's
has
good.
been 10 throwing Onimaru. Sometimes
Oh my.
unsuccessfully, sometimes successfully.
What?
Mostly
Most of
successfully.
the times.
I'm very confused about that.
Yeah. So I think CKR probably has some fire back there. Probably some Ks. I would think.
We've only seen one J. We haven't seen any Ks. We've only
Yeah.
seen one 9.
So definitely J or K is coming out this turn. I feel from CKR.
We should
Maybe-
see another dodge.
Maybe he
actually.
throws first and then plays it into it. Oh,
That's alright.
oh my!
Very gutsy K. Very gutsy 8.
Very gutsy 8.
We go to game 5.
So we're going to the final game.
Yeah,
There's
CKR.
maybe a chance
CKR
you
had.
have another final authority.
I doubt it.
Yeah, I don't
He
know.
spent 1-9. He spent 3 faces. I doubt it.
Yeah, no, it seems like he should have, but
He was playing like he didn't have it, right?
yeah, exactly.
Which is like a really weird thing to do.
Oh!
Nice
What a
That's
turn one!
flash kick here.
Yeah. Good turn 1 by Kasumi.
I
Assert the
like
dominance.
the flash kick turn 1 from Geiger in this matchup because Onimaru often has to like represent
The ace
things
pokes a lot
that
turn 1.
yeah to beat the turn
Oh!
1.
Wow, the two
That was
to-
beautiful.
What?
I
Oh, goodness.
if I'm CKR right now, I'm on tilt.
Yeah, that
That's
would.
it.
Oh my
That's
god!
it.
Oh
it.
my god!
Tilt.
Tilt.
I would have tilted off of that. Kasumi is. I think the mixtape is complete if she gold bursts.
Mixtape.
No, it's cute.
Okay.
It's not cute.
Okay,
Uh,
that's fine.
yeah.
Look at that. Kasumi has card advantage. He has life advantage. Kasumi's in a great spot here. I think CKR, like, I hate to say it, but this affects him sometimes. So I'm hoping, obviously, it doesn't affect him, but I don't know.
Like that early power.
I'd be on tilt.
That power up is fine because it gives a dodge punish, and you're at same cards life advantage.
Yeah.
Now Kasumi has been pretty willing to let it rip. Good Q. That can
You into
confirm
ace. Yeah.
that could be a burst from CKR. He needs to throw a face down.
No
now.
burst into the 320.
Yep.
And CKR's at half health. I'm telling you, man. The tilt factor might be real.
So that is 3 spirals and 2 flash gears on the way to more than a half point life lead.
Also, is it just me, or did that 8 attack have approximately 0% chance of winning combat?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I don't see a scenario where
I don't see Kasumi throwing. I don't see Kasumi blocking. I see her either attacking or dodging that turn.
Yeah, I felt the same way.
Yeah,
Get something started.
Yeah.
On the
He
board,
attaches 4 aces.
right?
To come back.
Oh wow, that would be
True power of Onimaru, 3 aces. I remember I did that to Raz, I think. We were doing like a practice team draft match. It was like the first game. It was like Onimaru versus, I don't remember who he was playing. First turn I attached 3 aces.
Pat, you are pretty crackly at the moment.
Buzz.
Is that me?
It's
oh,
on
it's
now.
better.
You know what, it's just my internet dips sometimes, so like I get like really bad coverage for like 2 seconds, and then it like fixes itself.
Yeah, but it seemed like it was persisting just because you were talking.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know then. It's on my mic.
I mean, that's the only reason I think anybody said anything is because it kept going
Yeah.
while you were talking. But
Kasumi
We got,
really.
Dodging with the 4?
Scientific dodges.
yeah, that's Huh.
Dodge should have a name.
Yeah.
You're right.
Should have a
enough.
name.
It should be the sidestep of science.
Sidestep of science.
Yeah.
C3, please.
I think this probably shows that Kasumi does not have any high blocks that she's comfortable using, maybe?
Yeah.
What? Why did that work?
Hey, yeah,
Here I had no business getting hit by a 7 throw there, and
that is a bad face down.
that's a terrible face down.
Yeah.
There's
Bella did
no
nothing.
reason Kasumi would ever follow up there.
Yeah.
Except for the
Fair.
4K.
Oh.
It could have been really bad if he didn't face down, and then Kasumi went throw like 6J.
Throw King, I think, would have been the worst to see.
Throw King would have been the worst, obviously, but we've already
Yeah.
seen 2 Kings, and we're not even half.
Throw six Jack would be like okay, because then Kasumi would be down with 3 cards.
Yeah, I feel like the throw into nothing was pretty face up.
Yeah.
And I probably would not have put a face down.
CKR here. Kasumi has represented Cycloid 3 times now when CKR was not down. Do you let a Final Authority rip? You do, and it gets blocked.
Yep, blocked by the 8.
That's
Oh, that's not good.
Clockwork
that's
out.
really bad. He needed to convert that clockwork to get something going.
Yeah. I mean,
It's a
it's-
real uphill battle.
It's
Yeah.
tough because Kasumi was representing games 1 through 4. Kasumi was representing Cycloid basically every single game when CKR was knocked down.
Temporal distortion.
Going off
for
the other
each.
4 that she almost certainly had.
So, CKR basically has to guess right or die, I think,
Yeah.
safely.
I think at CKR you just try to let another Final Authority attack rip and hope it works because you need to get something started.
Yeah.
At the very least, you won't die on that option.
Right. You just gotta live. Yeah,
Yeah.
see. I mean, yeah, it seems desperate, but it's something you just have to do.
Yep, I agree. If you get thrown there, you're dead. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure.
Yeah, because you have AA and you have a queen.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, that's lethal right there, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
That was lethal.
But still really good. Card advantage is minimal for CKR. Really good life advantage. Really good mental advantage.
Oh. Oh,
Okay.
10 throws.
I don't understand what's
You have to
happening.
pump one time, I think. No.
Is this Kasumi feeling herself? I hope it is. I really hope it is.
Yeah, that was a flex play. A
Yeah.
very. Well, that's her, what, first 10 that has been discarded?
First son of the game.
Yeah. So maybe that's not a too much of a flex. No, that's a flex play, I feel
No,
like.
that's a I am outplaying you right now, so I'm gonna play this button.
Uh-oh.
Final authority.
Hey.
You made it out.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yep, bye-bye. So Kasumi, I think, is maybe like 1 of 4 on those now.
She
Not a good track record.
she had the checkmated one, and then she had like 3 final authority, I think.
Yeah.
One block.
One block, but that was the checkmate. Right? Yeah, that was the check.
I don't
Go
know if I like that. I feel like she'd probably get more out of QQQ off of a confirm than AA.
The speed of AAs matters now. CKR is down to 6 cards.
Yeah.
Unlikely to have a 3rd final authority, right? He's already played 2. Oh no, he's only
No,
played
he's
1.
only played 1.
Yeah.
Then I like
He's
it
only
slightly less.
seen 3 faces total.
Yeah, I like it slightly less, but I think it's alright. It's not terrible.
Yeah. Good. Oh. no.
That's what we were waiting for. I like that play a lot.
Yeah. And the reason why I didn't like the Qs, interesting. The reason why I didn't like the Qs getting powered up there was specifically because that was your good defense against that.
AA was good.
Which allows you.
against
I
that.
mean, yeah,
That's much
you
higher.
don't have to lose as much cost.
He's only down 15 life now.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's in 16. That's an investment though. CKR or not CKR, CPAT.
Yeah. No, I agree. It's something I would have done, but that's because I like to kind of throw all my stuff on the table too early sometimes, maybe. But dodge here. That seems all right. Maybe CKR is out of final authority. Maybe it's a sick value trap. I'd like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of. I don't know if I would like to see CKR reach out and throw now. I feel like CKR can probably block though.
I don't know. I still think he needs to do a little bit more damage before Geiger builds up cards again.
Yeah.
Because he's at like a decent enough life deficit. There's the final
Ruh-roh.
authority.
Here comes 4. 4 Ks. That's why he wasn't pumping anything. All he had was Ks.
You're right. His hand was KK.
Oh, he believed in it. He should have just gone for it.
Andor was perfectly okay with doing 6 damage and watching Kasumi lose a
8
card.
damage.
8 damage
Oh.
and has the final authority set up for this turn. I see another king coming out.
This is pretty scary for Kasumi now, actually.
This is terribly scary. If I was Kasumi, I'd probably block here.
I think this is a play that
This is a
can-
good 10 turn throw.
Yeah, this would be a nice CKR throw turn, I think.
CKR
It's a
also
nice
has not
10 or
used
throw
any
turn.
10s.
Double dodge.
Dodge.
She opts to dodge here.
Doesn't
Dodge-
want to get crushed.
CKR dodge, I like that. Just because it trades with the dodge from Kasumi, because she's not blocking, obviously.
Yeah, it's not gonna lose this turn because she's not gonna fucking throw it.
I don't know, man. She's had a couple 10 throws. But like, what's the worst that's gonna happen if you get 10 thrown here? Like nothing.
You get AA 6th? AA 6th.
Not if you don't have.
Or AA
TP
5. AA 5 works.
If you have TD up, then no.
Oh, wait, no, there's no TD.
Oh.
No.
No, this is the final authority here.
Yeah, this is FA'd.
Oh.
Now this is very not good for Kasumi.
This is definite 20.
No, it doesn't necessarily have to be 20. Oh yeah, that's 20. Never mind.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be up. Nope, that's 20.
Oh no, that's 20.
So Kasumi can afford to lose one more combat. and she's
2.
knocked down.
She can lose 2.
2. Oni usually doesn't do more than 20, unless
no,
it involves
She
kings
can
or
afford to
aces.
lose one and still win. Not
Right.
gonna lose two.
If she loses 2, then yeah,
She's
there's no way.
She's done so.
Yeah, I'd like to see a nice 3-poke here from CKR. That'd be sick. I don't know if he has no 3s left or
Yeah, no,
not.
he's been dodging.
I want to
He's
see
been
the
dodging a
2.
lot, that's why.
There's only been 1-2 from Kasumi.
Oh my.
Holy.
The bravest,
my.
though.
No, she doesn't take the fall. If she has it, she doesn't take.
Or-
I like how we
And if
keep
she
saying
wants to-
valuation things, and then she just keeps making us look dumb.
Yeah, then chucked
Going
it out.
on.
So,
She's
do you
trying.
think
She's
is
putting?
there like a burst in her head?
Could there be?
Okay. Okay.
Just do it.
So confused.
Oh my god. And then the king
God.
next turn. It has to
Oh,
come now,
God.
right?
She's setting it up.
That's
You think she's playing Prince?
The
She knows the
Kasumi
deck will deliver.
special. The Casa. Oh my god, look how quickly she played that card.
Oh, it's a game.
Oh,
That's gotta be the
no.
most nerve-wracking thing to see here right now.
She only had 2 cards to pick from, so
It was probably King and Joker.
Yeah, I know, right?
No,
Oh my
what?
god!
Is this lethal?
He
No,
played.
this-
He played an option that
Yeah,
lost
he's
to
cool.
King though.
No combo escape.
Oh, it's a Joker.
it's a Joker or it's a
Throw.
9 or
It's a
10
scoop.
Yeah.
No, it's a scoop.
or
It's a
8.
scoop. It's gotta be a
I
scoop.
don't think
Can't
it's
believe he
an
played
I
an
think she
option
would
that
use.
lost to King. though.
It's gotta be a Joker. She hasn't played a single Joker and she's 22 cards left.
Yeah.
Very
This
It's
is
gotta be
likely a
a
joke.
super Joker. This is hype right now.
This
Yeah.
is
This is sick. Yo, it's the 10th throw.
if it's the 10th
That
round,
would-
lose it.
10th throw on the table. Oh my!
God.
Oh, first max punish.
Front- Here comes the gold burst, or blue burst,
Oh.
rather.
That
was
was
a
such an
face-up.
obvious burst.
Yeah.
Yeah. It had
I
to.
mean,
Even if it wasn't a burst, just leave him at 1. There's no cards.
Yeah, just leave Geiger on top deck with 12.
I didn't
So,
match.
This is the last turn of the set. I feel. Oh, that's
Yeah,
a-
this
That's
has.
double defense.
King.
Oh my god. The
The-
king comes out.
the young goddess deck delivers.
Deck
delivers.
Oh
Wow.
my god.
Match.
I'm glad that got recorded.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy that was recorded.
Was the whole set like that?
Yes.
It
Yeah.
was nuts.
More or less.
I'm so sad.
That was so grossly hype.
Kasumi's Geiger is a thing of mythology.
I like it. I'm a fan. Like
I mean-
I hadn't seen it before. I'm sold. Like if she blocks maybe 2 more times, I think she could be like a really good Geiger, like a really scary Geiger.
I think she's a very scary Geiger.
Oh, already, yeah, for sure, for sure. Like sometimes she just like we saw this a couple of games. She just like ran out of steam.
Yeah. I think maybe a little bit more block, maybe a little bit more normal, and she healthily
She is good
handles-
to go.
Yeah.
I think she
I
properly
don't know.
represented normal.
I do think Kasumi is scary because Kasumi doesn't, block as much as people expect a Geiger to, and so I think if you haven't played against Kasumi before, she really catches you off guard.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
nerve-wracking.
Oh, God.
It's very nerve-wracking to play against Kasumi. I can say from experience. So, she keeps her hopes alive in playoffs with that win.
Yeah.
CKR, unfortunately, I think falls out of the playoff race with that loss.
Yeah, I think he's at 5 or 6 losses right now, and I don't think that's good enough to make playoffs in any division.
Yeah.
Completely unrelatedly, 1 minute ago, a post was made by our very own Malorian Thug with the Best of the Rest tournament,
Best of the
which appears to be a tournament that is open to any players that are not in Topanda.
Huh.
Or in playoffs for IYL.
Oh, lame.
So it's I believe his plan is it's running during Topanda and IYL playoffs because IYL playoffs are going to go forever.
Oh man, do I just have to drop my next 2 games to sign up for this tournament now?
No,
I thought you were
you're
leaving
saying-
after IYL.
Yeah, I'm bouncing, so that's no question. But very interesting. For those of you interested, sign up. I don't know. I just figured I'd plug that because he's, I think, in this call, but not talking,
not speaking. Yeah.
not speaking. Yeah.
Oh, I'm here now.
With that, I'm going to cut off this recording for now.
Yeah. Thank you for having us, Raz. It's always a
course.
pleasure. Always a pleasure.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was fun. That was a
fun
hype
match to cast.
That was a fun match.
This has
Yeah.
been
Bye.
DRB Cast, signing off.